Now that's scary stuff.
I'm in high school now, so I feel a little bit more comfortable to explain this story. Things are looking pretty good for me right now. I've got my own place, and I'm studying really hard in high school. Things are going pretty smoothly. However, they wasn't so smooth when I was younger. No, it's the opposite of now. Things were so unsmooth. Heck, even breakfast wasn't smooth. The bread was stale and old and gritty. It would stain your teeth like a cold. It was awful. Times were not so smooth back then. When I was younger, I used to get bullied a lot in school. Not high school, because this is high school now and things are going pretty smoothly for me. But back in normal school, I was bullied a lot for being different. You see, I was bullied for being a furry, for doing something I love, something I enjoy on the side. However, the jocks at school didn't like this. One day, they took me to the bathroom and they put my head in the toilet bowl. Even the toilet bowl wasn't so smooth. There were skid marks left, right, back and forward. Home life was pretty smooth, to say the least. It was only the food that wasn't so smooth. But other than that, life was okay. Apart from school, that's where it was bad. I used to come home after a long day at school and just relax. Things were pretty normal. I put the TV on and watched my favorite shows. Until bedtime came. Things were totally different when the night fell. I awakened one night to the sound of dripping. Could it be the tap, I thought to myself? I get up, I check. It's not the tap. It's definitely not the tap. That thing runs smooth as butter, so it wouldn't drip like that. But what I did notice on the floor was a few blood droplets. I checked my arms, I checked my legs to see if I was bleeding. I wasn't bleeding. I was totally fine. Skin was smooth. Everything was A-okay. But where's this blood coming from? Like, what's going on there? So in the shadows, I'm looking around the room to see if I can see anything that would indicate what's going on with this blood. I can't see anything in my first viewing, so I take a deeper look. And before me, I see these glowing eyes. What the hell? Where these glowing eyes came from, I don't know. But just below the glowing eyes is revealed two fangs with dripping blood coming from it. Morning came and it was breakfast time at the table. I was already nervous about school. I wasn't looking forward to it. Daddy came down and said, "Hey everyone, how's it going?" I didn't want to tell them what happened last night because they'd think I'm insane. That's the last thing I need to be going around school spreading rumors that I'm seeing vampires. So I just nodded and said, yes, it was a good night's sleep. Not so bad. Finished my toast and I packed my bags ready for school. Cut back to now. I'm sat in my apartment. My feet are up on the table. I'm in my comfy chair. I've got a woolly blanket on and I'm watching Sex and the City. In my hands, gripping it firmly with two hands, is a strawberry cream latte. Anyway, back to the story. So a few things I noticed that was very strange. Daddy would always come down late, looking drained. He would look so pale in the morning. And sometimes he would have red around his lips. Very strange, didn't think much of it. After that night, however, I totally thought, wow, something's going on here. So alarm bells are ticking in my head, wondering what's going on. I need to investigate now. So I wait for him to go. I say, hey, I'm going to school now. And so I wait around the back. I wait for him to go to work, and I go back in the house. I go down to the basement where I think something fishy is going on. It's no surprise. I go down and it smells like farts of rotten egg and blood. There's blood everywhere. There's dead animals, dead rats with fang marks pronged into each animal. There's pictures all over the walls of vampires, big throne chairs, staffs, big long metal staffs hung up on the wall like medals. So obviously something fishy is going on, isn't it? What would you do if you was in this situation? You'd scream, you'd run, but I stayed calm because my life has never been smooth. It's always been rough. Some of you guys are so lucky. Some of you guys are so lucky in the comments. You have no idea. My life was never smooth. Never.
so I remained calm and investigated thoroughly. I came to the conclusion my father, Daddy, was a vampire. Was he after me that night? Or was he merely being a father, checking on his resting son? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. Now that's scary stuff.